My favourite memory of George, 15th of May 1971, Windsor Park, Belfast, Northern Ireland against England. And it was my first game, it was my first live game that I'd been to see, and we were all going to see George. But we weren't expecting Northern Ireland to win. But there were all those England stars, and in goal, the best goalkeeper in the world, Gordon Banks, against maybe the best player in the world, George Best. George got a goal past him, but the referee ruled it no goal because he said George kicked it out of Gordon Banks' hands. Then England win with an offside goal. What a day, what a star. But just to get one past the Banks of England. Well done, Georgie.
George Best was my hero. He was the reason I supported Manchester United as a young boy. My favourite memory actually is a non-football one. He was speaking at the lunch at Old Trafford shortly after I joined the club in 1997. I wangled myself an invitation and sat next to him, and they had a fantastic lunchtime conversation. What an inspiration. He lived up to all my expectations.
That's without question very, very easy in actual fact. The second goal in the European Cup final in '68, absolutely fantastic goal he scored to make it 2-1, and we went on to win the match 4-1.
George and I were at Lisnashara together, as I say to you. We both played for the school team, Lisnashara. Hadn't a great team, but we always had a chance when Geordie was playing. I have a note here from George, written in his handwriting, supposedly from my mother, to get me out of cross-country running. And it reads as follows: 4 Perntallet Way, Craigie Estate. Dear Sir, please excuse Robin from doing PE as he has not quite recovered from his illness. Hoping you will understand. Yours faithfully, E. McCabe, Mrs. Now there's no date on it, so that I could use this at different times if need be, and that's in Geordie's handwriting.
I have fantastic memories. Obviously the first one was when I made my debut for Northern Ireland and played up front with yourself. That was the 27th of April 1977, and it was amazing to play against the world champions, but it was even more of a privilege to play alongside yourself, and learned an awful lot from you over the years. Have to thank you again for what you did for me at Sky Sports, and you showed me the ropes there when I joined Sky, and always great to listen to your stories. Everybody loved you. I loved the trip we had to America. We were away for 4 weeks in Massachusetts coaching, and world-class soccer. That was fantastic times, but you're sorely missed, always will be.
My favourite memory of Georgie Best is when he came to see us play in Manchester when I was singing with Van Morrison. And I sat between him and Van, and they talked about a Belfast that I knew nothing of. Belfast from the 1950s, when people sang on the streets. There wasn't any rioting at that point. There was no trouble. Belfast was not on fire at that point. So he really epitomised more of an innocent time, and he just was so eloquent about it. So that's probably my favourite memory of hanging out with Georgie.
My best memories, I used to work in town right near George's shop, and spent many an hour waiting to see him at his shop, or Mr. Stroney's eating. Oh, lovely.
My favourite memory, well, there's many memories, but mine is quite a unique and personal one. My brother Roy played in goal against George for Oxford United in 1972, and I was there to see it. And this is a picture of George scoring a penalty in the replay at Old Trafford. George Best has been a hero of mine since I was 6 years old in 1964, and wow, what some times we've been through since then.
I think a personal favourite memory for me was meeting George in the Ulster Museum with Billy Bingham. From memory I was probably about 8 years of age, and just to be in his presence, it was just magical, you know, to see him and talk to him and get a photograph with him and an autograph was special, him and Billy Bingham.
My lasting memory is 1971-72 when I made my debut against Manchester City. When George found out I was in the team, he was the first one to come to me and say, listen Sammy, score a goal today, and on Monday you'll have a bottle of champagne, which he brought in on Monday. Unbelievable.
Maradona good.
Pele better.
George Best.